Your body knows what it needs from you. So it gives you signals and it says, hey, I'm going to have a panic attack now because I am under too much pressure. I'm overwhelmed. I'm overworked. I'm burnt out. I haven't nurtured myself. I haven't taken enough care of myself. I haven't done enough fitness. I'm not sleeping well. I'm very stressed at work. So it gives you signals and it says, hey, I'm going to have a panic attack. What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode. Great to be here with you again. The show must go on, okay? It's another day. It's another opportunity for you to become a better version of yourself. Every single day is an opportunity for you to grow. Every single day is an opportunity for you not to just grow, but to actually ask yourself some questions. Are you happy? What is the most happiest thing that is happening in your life right now that you're joyful about? And I guess this is really a good opportunity when you start to actually think about that and you go and you sit in this moment right now after I've just asked you this question and you're like, I don't know. I'm not really happy. I don't really know what I've got anything to look forward to, and that's when you know that some shit needs to change. If you can seriously be in this moment right now and you're not happy and there's stuff that you don't look forward to, well, what's the purpose of life, right? The purpose of life is to create your reality, which is to feel excited about life, is to, again, it's a catch-22 because the truth is in striving for happiness or in striving for that joy and that kind of life, there's ups and downs that come with it. There's always going to be challenges. So, I think it's about, what's going to bring you more peace is realizing that it's not supposed to be perfect all the time. It's going to be shit sometimes, and when it's shit, you slow down. Like Jim Rohn talks about the seasons of life, and sometimes the season is winter. And winter is cold and it's uncomfortable and it's like, oh my gosh, and all you're thinking about is like, hurry up, man. And then what's really happening? What am I really saying? Well, it's all to do with your mindset. So you're listening to the Luke Mind Power podcast, wherever you're listening, on YouTube, on Facebook, on TikTok, on Instagram, on Audible, on Spotify, on Apple Podcasts, wherever you're listening to the Luke Mind Power podcast. I am a life coach. I'm a motivational speaker. Been doing this since 2018 when my grandmother passed away, and she decided to come back with me to Australia in her spirit and say, Luke, it's time for you to give up the drugs. It's time for you to leave this government job. It's time for you to step out of your comfort zone. It's time for you to step into your greatness. It's time for you to wake the fuck up, bro, because you have more power in you that you didn't even realize you had. And it's time for you to go in a different freaking direction. And so 6.5 years later, here I am in Poland, living my dreams, living my best life. And you may think, well, what does that consist of? Living your dreams, living your best life. 6.5 years ago, I did have a dream. I had something that I said, I'm going to move to Poland. It took me 6 years to build a coaching business where I help people to transform their lives and overcome depression, anxiety, and to really live their dreams and attract abundance and freaking make more money and become more confident in themselves, and stand up for themselves and stop tolerating crap. And we do that a lot, too much, because we don't have that fucking self-worth, man. You think you listen to the Luke Mind Power podcast and you're not going to fucking wake up, man? Come on. This is why I'm here. But it was 6.5 years ago, man. And it's like, well, was it worth it? I'm like, damn straight it was worth it. But when we talk about success, too many people get lost in this whole trap of fame and materialistics and shit. And I got to tell you, man, the life I have right now, geez, I know that people have aspirations and I have aspirations too and all that kind of stuff, but man, it's peaceful up here. What I have manifested and what I have done, and it's not just business-wise or relationships-wise, it's my inner work, It's the relationship with yourself. It's how you feel within yourself. You see, this is the problem. We think that we can travel. We think that we can go to another country. We think that we can change our environment, and that's going to change how we feel about ourselves. But it's not the country that makes you feel different about yourself. It's inside of you. You take you with you everywhere. So don't think that you can just plop yourself freaking somewhere exotic and all of a sudden all your problems are going to go away. Because if you haven't worked on yourself, well, this is a problem. This is something you need to address. And you want to take a look at the things that you're avoiding. You want to take a look at not necessarily avoiding, even though you may not know you're even avoiding it. It may just be very unconscious. But maybe you're numbing yourself. Maybe you're escaping your life. Maybe you're watching TV too much. Maybe you're sleeping all the time. If you're sleeping too much, you don't want to get out of bed, well, then you're hiding from something. There's some sort of truth, something that you've never revealed, something that you've never addressed, something that's holding you back, because trauma and pain is a very, very low vibration, very negative vibration, very, and if it's been suppressed for many, many years, what you're going to find is that it's going to cause you to feel low. I mean, think about what is a low feeling. It's like, oh my gosh, I don't want to do anything. I don't want to get out of bed. I don't want to do it. And it's like, it's really shit. So how do we fix this? And I've had these moments myself, even anxiety, and one thing that I have learnt as I teach all my clients as well, is that your body, man, your body communicates with you. Your body always knows the next step, always knows what for you to do. Your body knows what it needs from you. So it gives you signals and it says, hey, I'm going to have a panic attack now because I am under too much pressure. I'm overwhelmed. I'm overworked. I'm burnt out. I haven't fucking nurtured myself. I haven't taken enough care of myself. I haven't done enough fitness. I'm not sleeping well. I'm very stressed at work. So now I'm going to have a panic attack. So many of us, better go see a psychologist. Yep. Better go take some fucking meds. Better go take some fucking pills so that I don't have these panic attacks anymore. But really, the fucking problem, the solution for that is to pay attention. What is your body saying? Your body's talking to you. It's saying too much stress, too much pressure, too much overwhelm, too much focusing on all this crap, not sleeping enough, not exercising enough. Cholera jasna. Like, for fuck's sake, man, wake up, people. You're like, and then you're all complaining and shit. I'm having panic attacks. Oh, so when I go to work, it's so much pressure and it's so hard. And this person treats me like this. And this is what's happening at home. And it's like, well, fuck, what you allow will continue. So continue to do that and continue to put fucking shit into your body because this person told you to do it, because that's going to numb it. It's going to fucking shrink it. It's going to fucking help you to handle it. When really all that's required is some self-love. And what does that mean? Well, it does mean get out of your comfort zone. It does mean, well, I'm going to have to change. Well, I'm going to have to do this. Well, I'm going to have to apply for something else. So your health is everything and your body communicates with you, but none of us are fucking listening. And if you don't pay attention, well, then it'll keep fucking talking to you through different types of diseases, depression, unhappiness, low moods, fucking acne, whatever else, man. This is part of, my own lessons that I've had to go through in my life. And I've had to push through tough times as well. I haven't been perfect, I haven't waited for hang on a second, before I start my life coaching business, I'm going to be the best version of myself. I'm going to freaking be absolutely perfect so that I can freaking show up and I can give the best and do my best. Nah, man. Perfection doesn't exist, ladies and gentlemen. I've had to fucking work through all the shit that I've been through, all my insecurities and my fucking pain. And I'm still fucking healing. I'm still learning. I'm still growing. And it's like, well, where do I get all my information from? Where do I get all my knowledge from? Well, yeah, a lot of it does come from YouTube, but a lot of it also comes from my clients. It comes from helping people. It comes from all their experiences and what they're overcoming and what they're processing. It's like life is constantly teaching us what we need to know. But let me tell you, self-doubt is one of the killers of your dreams. Self-doubt and doubting yourself and thinking that you're not good enough, thinking that it's not going to work, thinking that people are going to judge you, thinking. Everything is thinking. You stay in your head, you're dead. And so too many of us are too much in here. Freaking hell, I'm in Poland. I'm starting to speak more Polish and more Polish words want to come out. I'm going to teach you some Polish. Dzień dobry, jak się masz? Right? So anyway, I posted a video on TikTok, which is so amazing. And I found this dancing song in Polish. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to put some captions in Polish because I know myself, the Polish history and the wars and all that stuff. It's still not easy to become successful here. It's still the cost of living is very cheap, but then the salaries are very low as well. And it's like, well, how do you fix it? And I'm like, well, I could inspire people to become a better versions of themselves, to aspire for more, to achieve more. So I decided to post some content, some dancing reels on TikTok with Polish captions, And funny enough, the first one that I posted, the first like 6 hours was really quiet, and now it's over 500,000. By the time you listen to this, it'll probably be a million, possibly, views. And it actually as much as there's a bit of like negative comments from some people, but a most majority of Polish people that are commenting on this video are receiving the message, you know and I have made such an impact in the world with my dancing videos and my English captions. And, my parents are from Poland. I have, been here many, many times. And this is something that I said I wanted to do 6.5 years ago. And now I'm able to live here. Yes, I have an online business, so I don't, work in the workforce, in here in Poland, but I'm able to live here and live a lifestyle that I kind of wanted to do 6 years ago, but it wasn't feasible because I wouldn't have been able to have a job or get paid well enough. But one of my missions, I always knew, and I've already like made some good connections. One of my missions was also to connect with the right people here to be able to lift the vibration of this country, because there's still a lot of people that are not living their dreams. They're not living their best life. And I know that the culture is very different. I've already been told many, many times that the Polish people, that they think differently. They don't think like that. It's not going to be just easy to like motivate and inspire people. They don't they think it's like woo woo, or it's not like I don't know. But I was just told like we have to take some sort of different approach with the Polish people. But anyway, I'm posting some content for everyone in Poland as well, in the hope that I inspire the country to become better. So I'm going to play my part and play my role, and I'm looking forward to doing that. I'm looking forward to meeting new people as well, who want to be the change and who want to make this economy thrive more. Even though the last 20 years it has grown a lot since I first came here in 2004, it's changed a lot, but there's still a lot of work to do. And if I can be a positive impact here as well, while I'm here, I think I might not be here permanently all the time. I'll probably come, and then go, and then come back. But at least it's a place where I can live and feel at home as well, because I love the culture, I love the food, I love the people, and it really is a beautiful, beautiful place. And there's something funny, I was talking to a friend of mine today in Polish for the first time, and literally had to stop, and I was like, "Fuck, is this happening?" I was like, "Shit, I'm actually holding a conversation." My mum, she dragged me to Polish school every Saturday in Sydney when I was, a kid, when I was 5 years old, 6 years old, Ashfield Public School, Ashfield Polish School. And I fucking hated it, man. Like legit, I was furious, I was always in trouble as well. I gave the teachers such a hard time. I used to fucking, like, I was so disruptive. I never did my homework. I was the worst kid, basically. And now I think about it, and I was talking to my friend today, and she was speaking to me in Polish. I was talking as well. And I was saying to her, like, how my mum was dragging us, like me and my three sisters. She was dragging us to go to Polish school, and fucking I hated it. So to be here now, to be able to speak the language, and now definitely I know that because I'm here and I'm surrounded by this environment, everything is in radios in Polish, all the writing is in Polish, the food, like everybody speaks Polish, right? So, and it's also great for personal development because it's also showing me how I'm adjusting myself, and I'm reprogramming my mind. So I'm starting to learn more Polish words and be able to actually hold conversations with people, which is phenomenal. And I just had to catch myself today because I was on the phone, and I was like, oh my goodness, I'm actually talking to someone properly, able to hold a conversation in Polish. And then I thought about my mum straight away. And I was just like, because, I've had my hard times. If you guys listen to my whole podcast, I've told you many times that my mum has been my biggest adversary, I guess, biggest trigger. I've struggled with my relationship with my mother because of how she thinks and how her strong faith in religion and God, and wanting me to follow her footsteps, and me not feeling it and not being able to receive like her truth, and me going my own way. And so it hasn't been easy, but as a mother, she was raising 4 children, working. My dad was working full time, and still she had a social life. And still, every freaking Saturday, she would drive us from Belfield to Ashfield, which is not far, 15 minutes drive or 10 minutes drive, actually pretty close. And she would take us to Polish school every Saturday, and it was only like 3 or 4 hours. And so now, because of her, I'm able to speak. And it's like, and I got cousins that are in Australia, and they can't speak it. And and I'm like, they've been here, and I'm like, yeah, imagine I couldn't speak it. I'd be fucking furious. I'd be so pissed off that my parents didn't teach me, so I'm actually freaking so grateful. And I'm just talking about peace. How is my life right now? How do you feel in your life right now? Do you feel peace? Because if you don't feel peace, then it's not where you are. It's time to move. It's time to change your environment, time to change your job, change your relationship, change your fucking where you are, change what you're doing, because your peace, man, it's healthy. Like, because of peace, I tell you, when you're happy, you're healthy. So it's a beautiful place to be. And I'm just so grateful to be alive. I'm just so grateful to live one more day, because tomorrow's not promised. And sometimes we just unconscious, and we just think that, yeah, it's fine, I'll be here for a long time. Fuck, we don't know, man. You don't know when your time is up, when you're not going to wake up anymore. You know what I mean? And that's why I just see it. It's like, nah, man, I'm going to just live in the moment. I'm going to do my best. I always talk about, whatever you do today is what you become tomorrow. So how are you growing? How are you investing in yourself? How are you focusing on your goals and achievements and things that you want to? Obviously, we're living in the moment, but also if you're going to have a vision, you're going to have goals, you're going to have things that you want to work on so that you can eventually achieve. Because yes, the premise is that in 12 months' time, you will be here. And so if you're going to achieve something, if you're going to focus on something, if you're going to work towards something, well, time goes fucking quickly, man. 6.5 years ago, I said I wanted to come here. 6.5 years, I'm fucking here. Was it worth it? Was it long? Did I sit there and go, oh my gosh, it's taking too long. I don't want to do this anymore. It's hurting me, and it's like, man, time is going to go whether you like it or not. So you might as well fucking live your dreams and not your fears, and stop allowing that bullshit mindset of yours to stop you from taking action and changing. Remember, you can keep doing the same shit and you will keep getting the same results. If nothing changes, nothing changes. For things to change, you have to change. When you change the way you think will change. You've heard me say this many, many times, but I have to keep repeating it, because repetition is the mother of skill. I'm also reprogramming my mind all the time. Repetition is the mother of skill. If you do something over and over and over again, you'll get really, really good at it. Do I deal with self-doubt? Yes, it's there. I'm very aware of it. In fact, I just had it about 10 minutes ago while I was speaking here. And I was like just talking, and I'm looking at the camera, and I'm like, damn, this doubt is here. It's here. It's like, yeah, you don't know what you're doing, Luke. This podcast episode is going to be a shit one. It's going to be like a flunk. It's not. You're not going to get the message out. People aren't going to fucking. I had these like voices, and I had to turn it up a bit. Shut the fuck up, man. I know what I'm doing. I'm taking action. I'm being consistent. I'm going to keep showing up even regardless of that. And you know what the beautiful thing about this is, ladies and gentlemen, that I'm able to be myself. I've gotten to this point. And again, where is your peace? Your peace is when you can be your true, authentic self. You don't have to prove your shit to no one, because people that are in your life have been able to accept you and appreciate you for who you are without trying to fucking change you. That's where you're free. What is a real relationship? What is real freedom? To be able to be yourself. Be yourself and not be like, oh shit, I better not do that because they're going to get upset or uncomfortable. Or, oh, I better not do that because then I'll lose them. It's like, fuck, if you can't be yourself because you're afraid of people like letting go of you or leaving you, Man, that's torture. That's torture. Fuck them. For you, be yourself. You don't need shit, bro. If I bring someone into my life and they started to say, Luke, you should stop doing that, or, this is really, I don't really like that. I don't have to be rude or say fuck them, but I'm saying that in a passionate way where I'm like, hey, if you can't appreciate me or you can't accept me for who I am, then you don't need to be in my life. Move along. And this is just called self-confidence. It's confidence in yourself to not actually become someone that you're not. And one of the reasons why many of us go through depression is because we've become someone we're not. And it's the body's way of saying to you, hey, I'm sick and tired of playing this character anymore. And until you fucking wake up to your greatness, I'm going to go into a depressive state. The vibration's going to be so low that you're not going to get out of bed. You're going to be demotivated. You're going to think negative thoughts, and you're going to be in a really fucking shithole. And until you fucking decide to get off your ass, start living your dreams, start being authentic, start doing what's right for you, start taking action, start being your own best friend, start loving yourself more, start freaking feeding yourself with positive information and positive thoughts and positive fucking motivation on YouTube or wherever the fuck you listen to your podcasts and shit. Start surrounding yourself with fucking positive people who are a bit more successful, people who have some sort of ambition, people who are going where you want to go, people who are where you want to be. Ain't shit gonna change, man. You'll stay the same. And this just goes back to your body talking to you, and this is really what this episode is about. I didn't know what this episode was going to be about. So I should sit here and go, oh my gosh, I'm not going to start this podcast episode because I don't know what I'm going to talk about. Oh, I'm going to doubt myself for fucking the next 3 hours. Piss off, man. Fucking listen to your negative self-talk fucking bullshit in your bloody head. That's going to stop you from you taking action and living your best fucking life. In Polish we say spierdalaj, is fuck off, and you got to be a little bit more aggressive with the way that your mind works. Your mind is designed to cause you to fail if you let it, because if it's been programmed in a negative way because of the life that you've designed thus far, well, you've got to understand by looking around and saying, well, if somebody else can change their life, if somebody else can change the way they feel about themselves, if somebody can grow confidence in themselves, somebody can start a business, somebody can freaking build a house, maybe I can too. There's so much evidence around. I think the hardest thing for many of us is if we don't have the success, if we haven't manifested something, if we haven't achieved some sort of results in our life, then we dig ourselves a hole of self-doubt. Oh, I'm not good enough. Oh, it can't happen for me. Oh, fucking it's shit. Oh, this is just the way it is. And we make up all this crap. Well, it's like, well, if you don't try, you'll never know. If you keep doing what you've always done, you'll keep getting what you've always gotten. Whatever you want to achieve, it's possible, but it's not going to happen if you don't take action. Action is what is stopping most of us from that next level. But yeah, it does take a little bit of time and you have to go through some hurdles and some speed humps. But many of us have a brick wall in front of us, but it's really a speed hump. But we give up too easily because we don't get the results straight away. And I could have easily gone, 2022, I don't know what to do. And I'm going to give up now. And you see, that's the difference. Because what happens, ladies and gentlemen, is once you start feeling better, once you start growing, your soul, once you connect to your spiritual side, you can't go astray anymore. It's just higher vibrations, higher levels of self-awareness. It's deeper understanding and knowing of you, of who you are and where you need to be and what feels right for you. You cannot go against your intuition. When something feels off or something feels wrong, you can go for about another 2 weeks, 1 month, but eventually it's going to hurt you so much that you're going to just go, nah, can't do this anymore. I'm out. Many of us are just not connected. We haven't built that relationship with ourselves or reconnected with ourselves by practicing self-love. and building a relationship with ourselves, in experiencing a little bit of solitude, learning to enjoy your own company, and knowing yourself. Know yourself. It's one of the secrets to success. Because once you do connect, you cannot function when you're disturbed. You know, when you're in a perpetual state of suffering, when you're not in alignment with like your true authenticity, then what's going to happen is you will just feel it. Your intuition, your gut, your second brain is just like fucking red alert, emergency situation. And you're going to feel it. And you're going to be like, oh my gosh, like what's wrong? I don't feel good. I cannot lie. I can literally not lie because it's what you put out comes back. If you're going to take advantage of someone, you're going to hurt someone, you're going to manipulate someone, you're going to be deceitful, it's hurting. You're hurting yourself. And this is part of the healing journey, you know, because when you really step into embodying unconditional love, you don't want to hurt other people. You just want to be transparent. You want to communicate. You want the other person to understand you, and you want to create that clarity and peace of mind. But many of us, because of the disconnection within ourselves, we don't care about other people's feelings as much because we don't care about our own feelings. And that's just part of the lack of self-respect that we have for ourselves because of the lack of relationship we have with ourselves, because we don't know ourselves enough, because it's all about looking outside of ourselves. So many of us are just lost living in our egos. But the truth is, a lot of our ego is fear as well. And if you let your fear control your life, then you lose again, because fear will hold you back. It will hold you back from taking action. But at the same time, just so you're aware, guys, the primal part of your brain, the fear, okay, that's just part of the normal human condition. So you have self-doubt, but you also have fear. So the self-doubt is definitely going to come from some sort of bullying, some sort of toxic relationship, some sort of insecurity, possibly some sort of a negative experience that you went through with whoever or whatever. And then the fear is just in your mind just to keep you safe from a fucking bear or a running, fucking lion or some shit. It's like shit. Your protective mechanism of your mind. But don't let that stop you from actually like conquering your fears of public speaking, for example, or of communicating, or building your business, or becoming successful, or applying for that new job, or leaving the job, for example, or leaving the relationship, or leaving something that's not serving you. Whatever's not serving you, it's a sign for you today to go, if I don't leave what's not serving me, well, I'm not going to grow or evolve. You have to ask yourself the question. You hear me talk about this a lot on the podcast: evolving, ascending, transforming, becoming a better version of myself. Do we really need to? Let's ask ourselves a serious question. Do we really need to evolve? Do we need to evolve? Do you need to grow? Do you need to become a better version of yourself? Fuck no. You don't have to do shit. You can sit on your fucking chair, watch your fucking TV, whatever you're doing every single day, sit on the porch and look at the fucking trees. You don't have to do shit. The bigger question is, how do you feel? Because if you're not growing or becoming better or expanding your mind, and you're sitting there and you're telling me that you feel good, great. Sit like that then. But if you are in a place where you're not content, you're not fulfilled, you don't feel joy, you don't feel peace, you're running away from yourself all the time, you're numbing yourself, you're drinking too much, you're taking fucking cocaine, you're snorting the shit out of those lines. You can't wait for fucking Friday so you can fucking go over your mate's house and fucking snort those fucking lines and go, phew, 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 fuck yeah. Now I feel fucking better. Forgot about the whole fucking week. Give me a fucking shot of vodka. Yes. If you're waiting for that all the time, what are you running away from? Are you fulfilled? Are you living in your purpose? Does it feel like you're in flow? Do you feel like you're going in the right direction? Do you feel like you're expanding your mind, like you're learning more, you're becoming more, you're growing, you're connecting with new people? I mean, I'm just giving you examples because this is just my life and how I keep growing. For example, my podcast is a great example. Over 300 episodes now. Once upon a time, I had one episode. No episodes. There was no such thing as the Luke Mind Power podcast. Now it's all over freaking social media, all over all the platforms, podcast platforms. But that had to start somewhere. Just like you. You may not be where you want to be right now, and that's beautiful because you're not supposed to be where you want to be because you haven't done the work. Your self-awareness in this moment right now is a great place to be, great place to start. If you wanted to work with me, for example, you could be doing one of my programs. You could be sending me a message on Instagram, write the word coach and say, hey, Luke, I really want to learn more about your coaching programs. I'm ready to grow. I'm ready to expand. I'm ready to overcome my fears. I'm ready to come off my antidepressants. Talking about that, let me share a quick story. One of my clients, absolutely in his 70s, ladies and gentlemen, I'm fucking like, I got to share this story because I like, and she's not the first one, but like, she's been with me for when you're probably listening to this episode, it's probably more than 3 months, but as of today, it's 3 months she's been with us, a little bit over that. And she's been on antidepressants for 30 years. 30 years. And when I gave her the floor on some of my coaching sessions, sometimes I just got her to speak and share because I was in some of the breakout rooms and she kept talking about it. She's like, I've lowered my dose, and I'm like, okay. Because when it first started happening, when people were starting to share their results of what's happening and how they're changing their life, I kind of didn't really pick up on it too much, and I wasn't really phased. I was just like, oh yeah, people are changing their life, good. But now that it's happened so many times and people are getting this incredible results, I'm like, shit, man, like, I think I have something here. You know what I mean? It's not just me dancing on Instagram, man. Like, my life coaching is fucking changing people's lives. It's incredible. People doing the work. But this particular person, I remember the exact moment, she shared that after 30 years, she's come off her antidepressants, come off these freaking medications. And then she's saying to me, she's like, I wish I knew this like 20 years ago. I wish I had access to this 20 years ago because I didn't know. And she's like, I don't understand why they gave me these pills, why this was the solution. And I'm like, is the system flawed? It kind of hurts me as well that there are people out there that go and study psychology, psychotherapy, and they don't have solutions for people. They have fucking prescriptions for people to numb themselves, basically. And I'm not a healthcare professional. I'm just someone who has lived life, gone through my own adversities, gone through my own depressive experiences and anxiety and low moments and suicidal ideation and my own trauma and insecurities. And I decided that enough was enough, and that I'm going to reclaim my life. I'm going to be my own rescue. I'm going to heal myself. I'm going to learn to love and accept myself for who I am. I'm going to appreciate all of my flaws and all my insecurities. And I'm sure that you have a fucking story as well. I'm sure that you're on a journey as well. And you could be helping people too. I can't do it all on my own, and I can't help everyone. And I guess this is a big shout out and a big call to action for anyone who actually has a story. I mean, everyone has a story, but anyone who feels the calling to actually want to be of service to other people, to want to help other people, to be a coach or a speaker or whatever, do it. This is your sign. If you are contemplating it, if you're sitting here and you're going, oh, maybe, that's something I'd like to do, fucking do it. Yeah, it's a journey. Yeah, it's not easy. Yeah, it's challenging, but fuck, man, in a few years' time, you are going to be living your best life. It's probably one of the most fulfilling things to be doing is to be witnessing your clients healing themselves because you're guiding them. I'm not doing the work for them. I'm doing my coaching. I'm motivating, inspiring, sharing. But it's up to you when you come to me and you say, Luke, I need help. I need to do this. I've got to get over this. I've got to get over this fear. I want to grow confidence. I want to love myself. I want to come off I want antidepressants or anxiety medication, whatever that is. It's like, hey, here's the guidelines. Here's the information. Here's the step-by-step process. If you want to achieve this, it's right here. But you got to be ready for the journey, man. You got to get to that point. Everyone has that point where you get to and you realize you just keep hitting the ceiling. You're not moving any further. Nothing's changing. Yeah, it's a long journey, but it's worth it, man. And you just, everyone wants things so quickly. I'm just saying, man, like, you got to be patient. When you're stepping up to become a better version or to build a business or to be of service or whatever it is that you want to start, just, you got to have patience. You got to have faith. You got to have, you got to be audacious sometimes. People can say, oh my gosh, as if you're doing that. Why would you do that? And you'll have a lot of pushback from people because it's not familiar. It's not something that people have seen you do before. And it's like, well, what are you going to do? Live for them or live for your fucking self? And this is the challenge. This is like, oh, no, don't do that. You can't do that. You can't be a motivational speaker. I can be who the fuck I want to be, man. People are coming into your life trying to tell you how you fucking need to be, what you need to think, who you should show up as, how you should dress, all this fucking bullshit, what you should believe in. And too many of us are too soft, well, they don't believe in me. Fuck, they don't need to believe in you. You need to believe in you. You're the one that needs to fucking have your own back and look at yourself in the mirror and go, I can fucking do this, man. Let's go. Talk to yourself like you're your own best friend. Not fucking waiting for someone to knock at your door every single day and going, knock, knock, knock. Oh, hello. I just wanted to remind you to believe in yourself and love yourself because you're awesome. Goodbye. I'll see you tomorrow. And then when they leave, you're like, okay, now I can't do anything. I can't believe in myself until tomorrow. Oh, knock, knock, knock. Oh, hey, good morning. Just wanted to fucking tell you to believe in yourself, love yourself. Okay, thank you very much. Too many of you guys are waiting for outside validation. Fuck it off. Outside validation. You're not enough unless someone fucking tells you that you're enough. You're going to fucking feel enough. It's not about being enough. You want to feel it. And the only way you're going to feel it is by doing the work, man. Overcoming your fucking trauma and shit and all the stuff that you haven't talked about or worked on. Someone out there is watching this podcast like, Luke, stop yelling at me. I'm fucking, But it's it's about getting the message across. I'm talking to someone's soul right now that needs to hear this. I'm talking to someone's mind right now that needed this energy transfer. You needed these words to be planted into your mind. Maybe it's not going to click straight away, but maybe in 3 months' time, something's going to trigger the thought that you were thinking today, and then it's going to make sense for you. And you're going to go, that's what that guy was talking about 3 months ago. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm fucking doing. It may not happen right now, ladies and gentlemen. You may not get the awakening right now. You may not make the choice right now, make the shift right now. I said, that's what I'm here for, man. Like, it's your responsibility to do your due diligence, to research me, It's like I always say, like, people, when I get on a call, like if I'm doing private coaching or something like that, and it's like, do you think you can help me? I'm like, no. Do you think I can help you? That's not for me to decide. It's your responsibility. It's your responsibility to listen to my work, listen to the podcast, sit there and go, does this guy resonate with me? Does it make sense? I'm not here to sell myself to you. I'm just doing my thing. And if you just so sit here and go, oh my God, this guy's speaking to me, I believe that if I work with him, he's going to help me, because it's a belief, man. It's a placebo effect. If you want to work with me, but you don't believe that I can help you, then it's not going to fucking work. You're going to sit there and fucking do my program for 20 weeks and go, this is fucking load of shit. This is not going to work. This is fucking stupid. Of course it's not going to work. What you believe is what you manifest. You don't do some shit and not fucking believe in it. You understand what I'm trying to say? You fucking go, yeah, Luke, I'm going to work with you. I want to do some private coaching. Okay, no worries. Yeah, but I don't believe in what you say. I don't agree with anything that you do on your podcast, but I'm going to work with you. So make sure you change my life. You understand what I'm saying, right? So, and that's where I say, like, it's not up to me. It's up to you. It's your responsibility to listen to as many episodes on my podcast as possible. And for many of you guys, that's exactly what you'll do. You don't need to do any of my programs or work with me personally. You just need to listen, just like I did a lot of listening from Lisa Nichols and Les Brown. But, I still went to Mind Valley. I still invested in programs. I still went to Lisa Nichols. I invested $12,000 in a speaking program. I still, worked with Tony Robbins and Dean Graziosi and invested $5,000 there. I still did that because I felt the connection with those people, And so, and I understand the investment in myself is the biggest investment. My reality is a reflection of who I am and how I feel about myself within myself. And so you have to be willing to go, man, I'm going to do this for me, because I understand that I'm my greatest asset, that what I put into me is that what I'm able to manifest. And again, it's all mental as well. You become what you consume, what you listen to all the time. And so it's your responsibility to program yourself in a positive way. If you haven't been living in a positive mindset and thinking positively for yourself, well, then maybe that's something to look at again. If you think negatively and you're living a positive life, that would be odd. I guess it's still possible, though. You could have success, but still be very, very negative and complain about life. But does that make you feel good? Or are you living in your ego? I've got money, but I'm fucking angry. Fuck you. But I've got money, so I'm in my ego. I'm sure that guys can relate. There's probably some family member that's like that, got all the money, but still pissed off. you know. But yeah, it really is about you getting out of your own way, and believing in yourself. You know what I mean? Like, I know there's this concept. I've heard it so many times. You shouldn't have to believe in yourself. You should know yourself. And I get it. I understand the concept of believing. What you believe is then what you will manifest. If you don't believe in yourself, well, then you're not going to take action and achieve and become a better version of yourself. So I should know. I know my worth. I know that I can do this. I know I'm capable. I know I can start a business. I know I can become successful. I know I can learn. But I actually like this whole belief, because it's a belief. It's a thought. It's like, no, yes, I can. I can become successful. I can learn to love myself. I can learn to become a better version of myself. I can become healthier. I can be fitter. I can. So many of us have this problem of, I can't do this, I can't do that, I can't do that, I haven't been here before, I've never done this before. And we're just limiting ourselves because, like, if you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. And that's why whenever, people comment on my social medias and they're like, I disagree, or, you shouldn't do this, or you shouldn't talk like that, whatever that is, guess what? You're right. I don't have to convince you. I don't have to change your mind. I don't have to reply to you and say and argue with you. That's not my vibe. I'm not here to argue. If that's what you think and that's how you perceive things, it's fine. I don't take it personally. I'm just doing me. Not everybody's going to agree with me. I don't need everybody to agree with me. I just need to be the one that has my own back and agree with myself. I'm doing things for me. And that just brings me peace of mind. I'm not here to get people's approval. I approve of myself. Why do I need other people's approval? For what? Oh, because I'm not enough. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot. Hang on. Yeah, be a bit louder. Fucking dance around. Yes, when I dance around, oh my God, people are liking me. Oh my God, look how many shares and comments. Oh, alefanya. And it's like, oh, now I feel enough because people love me, because people appreciate me, because people like my comments and share my shit. And this is where you end up living a very empty life, And I've had to create this relationship with myself where I approve of me. I'm able to look at myself in the mirror and go, who am I without all my social media platforms? I'm Luke. If you took away all my social media platforms, I'd go out to all the businesses and start doing public speaking and fucking working in companies and doing motivational speaking for everyone. What, you think because I lose all my social media platforms, all the followers on there, do you think I'm not going to go out there and hustle? I mean, social media has made it easier for us to connect. Look at it now. Beautiful. Use it. Don't be afraid of it. Use it for your benefit. But for example, if all of a sudden we went back to fucking 1995, how the fuck would I make money? Well, fuck, man. How did they make money back then if technology wasn't around? You get off your ass, get on the train, get on the bus, get in the fucking car, whatever the hell it is, and go and hustle. Go and sell. Go and talk. Go and show your freaking greatness. But we do have technology. We have access to this. And if you're not utilizing it and you're not living your dreams, well, maybe this is a start. Maybe this is an opportunity for you to learn from myself. It's an opportunity for you to, so many people on social media are just not picking up, especially if you don't have your own business. There's some tips for you, okay? Follow what people are doing. Follow what's working. If you see someone that you're inspired by, look at how they're running their business or how they're running their social media platforms and copy them. Follow what works. Don't try and reinvent the wheel. Fucking do what's working. Make it easy on yourself. And because that's basically how it works. And start. If you don't start, you'll never know what can happen. I invested in a business coach and I was able to learn from him. I still work with him till this date, since 2021. And anytime I have an issue, anytime I need to update, anytime I need to do something different, anytime the business needs to adjust itself, man, I'm on calls with him every single week. you know? So I'm looking after myself. I'm looking after the business. I'm living a very positive life. I'm very grateful to be here with you guys. And I'm very, very blessed to be able to share my energy with the world, and as much as I try, make a positive impact in this country of Poland as well. And I'm sure I mean, yeah, if I post the Polish content and the captions and stuff, then obviously I know that I'm reaching people because I can see their comments, which is a blessing. But again, I'm here for the world. I'm here to, not just be, in this country and not be reaching everybody else. Obviously, I'm speaking English, so I'm speaking to the majority of the world, which is a very, very big blessing. And I'm very, very grateful for your love. I'm very grateful for your comments. I'm grateful for you watching this. If you're listening right now, I appreciate you so much. You have no idea how, I wish I could find that comment on Facebook. Someone wrote on Facebook on one of my reels, they said, keep dancing. I live for this. Like, this is no, they said, this is the best part of my day. And I was like, fuck, man. Like, I showed my sister and I walked away and I said, that's why I do what I do, because somebody like that just commented and said, I live for this. Like, watching you is the best part of my day. And I was like, fuck, that's amazing. So, guys, if you are not where you want to be, if you're stuck, if you want to live your dreams, you want to learn to love yourself, you want to build confidence in yourself, I'm a life coach. You're hearing me all the time. And if you want to learn more about even how we could possibly help you transform your life, all you need to do is go to my Instagram, send me the word coach, and I'll send you some more information. Till the next episode, guys, please do me a huge favor. Believe in yourself a little bit more. Love yourself a little bit more. Go and look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself that you're proud of yourself, that you're amazing, and that you're never going to give up on yourself. No matter how people judge you, no matter how many people have bullied you, no matter how much trauma and pain that you have within yourself that you haven't healed yet, it's going to come a time where you are going to heal. And you're going to be able to be okay, and you're going to step into your greatness, and you're not listening to this podcast for any other reason other than that. One day at a time, I'm here to support you. One day at a time, you're going to get back into alignment. And once you get back into alignment, you will be living your best life. You will be in your authenticity, which is where your freedom is, which is where your peace is. And you'll have good people around you. But first, you have to become the good person. You have to pour into yourself. You have to not be afraid of letting go of the old so that the new can come in. You have to not be afraid of letting go of people that don't serve you anymore. You have to not be afraid of the future and creating your own reality. Live your life by design, not by default. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next episode. Peace out.